They store everything from your banking information to medical records and also make it possible for us to stream our favorite shows and scroll on social media.
When people hear cloud, they think about some object in the ether. Cloud has to physically live somewhere, and it lives in data centers.
There are currently 12,000 data centers around the world.
Nearly half are here in the U.S., and Ohio's become one of the hotter states for data center projects. Now, artificial intelligence is fueling more construction and more fights.
News 5's Michelle Jarboe digs into the data center debate. She spoke with people who welcome the industry and those who are pushing back. And she takes us behind the curtain, talking with data center operators, both big and small.
Technology is really changing. AI is really starting to find its way into every facet of life.
At Perkins High School, just south of Sandusky.
Most of our, if not all of our supplemental or textbook materials are online.
Everything these kids are doing is tied to a data center.
This isn't going away. It's probably just going to be more and more pervasive as we go on.
Lonnie Rivera, the superintendent here, sees what's behind the boom. Everyday gadgets spurring massive developments like this. The first building at a 130-acre data center campus, just 2 miles away.
From my lens as an educator, this has been a godsend for us.
A $200 million investment means more property taxes for schools, money to finally air condition these halls and replace failing boilers.
These are some of the older ones that are typical in our district.
Rivera's watching the heated debate over data centers across the country and across Ohio, now one of the top states for data center projects. Here in Perkins Township, an old auto parts plant site is being reborn.
For years driving by, there was a plant that served the community well, but it was in disrepair and needed to be remediated.
We had 5,000 employees and you end up with 0. That's a big loss.
And so far, township leaders haven't seen much of a fuss.
At the time when we first started discussing it, I don't think there was that much of a controversy over whether data centers were good, bad, or whatever.
Would you guys ever have anticipated you'd be sitting here having a conversation about data centers?
No.
Probably not.
These secure facilities filled with servers have been around for decades. They're just getting a lot bigger because of us. Ensuring I don't lose nearly 40,000 photos on my phone. And making it possible to access my medical records and retirement accounts online.
It's part of the infrastructure that not just this community needs, but we all need nationally.
But not everyone feels that way.
Someone's going to benefit. It certainly ain't going to be the people in the area.
Steve Muller lives in Norton, down the street from an old limestone mine.
I like the land and I like the privacy.
A proposal surfaced last year to put a data center on the 92-acre site, then stalled amid questions about the developer's credibility.
You tell us lies and they try to convince us just to get it. That doesn't work. That will never work.
Muller says he's not opposed to development, but he doesn't want this.
The noise it would generate, just a big problem.
In December, Norton City Council put a 6-month pause on considering any new data center projects. But tensions here are still so high that the mayor and several members of City Council wouldn't even talk to me on camera.
When that was all in the news, I got phone calls, I got emails.
Joshua Holmes runs a small data center in Medina, 15 miles away.
I've had to reply to people and say, we're tiny. We are not your problem.
Serving local businesses and government.
Really, if it's an important building in Medina County, almost exclusively runs through us.
And let's take a moment here to get clarity about one thing.
Is it data center or data center?
I say data center, but it's a potato scenario.
There's no wrong answer. I've GPT'd this, which is great because that's good for my business.
Data center.
I say data center, but that's just me.
Anyway, back in Medina, Holmes has mixed feelings about these projects.
It generates revenue from the building process. It's great for construction companies. There are some jobs.
But he thinks neighbors and lawmakers have legitimate concerns about this constant hum, huge demand for power and water use.
It's not that they shouldn't come here, but it should be responsibly. And if we're not checking all the boxes to make sure it's responsible, maybe they shouldn't be here.
When did that activity really pick up?
Probably about 2 years ago. And it's been kind of just steady ever since then.
Michael Lalich has seen a trickle of inquiries turn into a flood. He focuses on tech for Team NEO, trying to bring more jobs to the region.
We have great energy infrastructure. We have a lot of water assets. We have good sites.
So far, most of the big data center projects in Ohio are near Columbus, but they're coming this way. and communities are trying to prepare.
Having done almost nothing but data centers for the last 25 years, a lot has changed.
Colton Brown works for Aligned Data Centers, the company behind that huge project in Perkins Township. We talked on Zoom, a video interview made possible by a data center. Aligned is focusing on blighted industrial sites like this one, tapping into existing heavy power and recirculating water for cooling. How reflective do you think your ethos is of the attitude in the broader industry?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Now he says that industry, built for privacy and data security, needs to do a better job of explaining itself.
We probably should have started thinking about this a decade ago, and folks would understand who we are and what we do.
On this site, Aligned could build 3 more of these buildings.
I guess I'm biased a bit, but it does help us tremendously to do more things for kids.
For the schools in the township, who depend on property taxes, it's a big bet on the future.
I've been in this position for 20 years, and another 20 years from now, if I'm still around, I'm going to look back and hopefully be happy with the decision that we made.
In Perkins Township, Michelle Jarbo, News 5.
Ohio lawmakers are considering several bills to regulate data centers and limit development. They're also talking about creating a study commission. One of those bills, Ohio House Bill 706, would require data centers to pay the cost of the upgrades to the energy grid that's needed to serve them.
First thing we want them to do is to bring their own energy. Of course, I would love them to bring solar or wind, but even if they could bring any type of energy, it's going to help reduce rates because the loads they're requiring for these data centers are absolutely enormous.
He cited a recent report from grid operator PJM that said customers in its 13-state region paid $16 billion in higher energy costs because of data centers last year.
Demand for data centers is expected to triple by 2030, increasing power usage to nearly 220 gigawatts. It's enough to power roughly 180 million homes. Now, Michelle's working on more stories about data centers and the debate that surrounds them. If you would like to weigh in or even suggest another story idea, you can reach out to Michelle.Jarbo@wews.com.